Hello everyone, and welcome back to Recap V. Today we'll be talking about an action, adventure, drama, and war movie called Red Tails. Red Tails is a 2012 American war film directed by Anthony Hemingway. The film is about the Tuskegee Airmen, a group of African-American United States Army Air Forces servicemen during World War II. The characters in the film are fictional, although based on real individuals. Watch out for spoilers and let us begin. The movie starts off by showing German fighter planes going after American bombers. The American fighters are there to protect the bombers, but instead, they go after some German fighters, who were there as decoys to make the American fighters go after them, so other German fighters can take down the bombers. We then see the 332D fighter group with worn-out P-40s, consisting of young African-American fighter pilots. The men in the group are Captain Martin Julian, nicknamed Easy, First Lieutenant Joe Little, nicknamed Lightning, Second Lieutenant Ray Gannon, nicknamed Ray Gun, Second Lieutenant Andrew Salem, nicknamed Smokey, and Second Lieutenant Samuel George, nicknamed Joker. They manage to take down some ground targets and a train, and then they go back to their airbase, where we are introduced to Major Emmanuel Stantz, and Antoine Coleman, nicknamed Coffee, who is a mechanic. And we also see a new guy coming in called Maurice Wilson. Everyone is then inside as they watch a recording of Lightning taking down the train. But after that, one of the pilots doesn't seem happy that they aren't in the front lines fighting the Luftwaffe, but instead are sent to Italy, and so are the others. He also gives out a newspaper, in which says the Great Tuskegee Experiment has failed, meaning, black men aren't able to be pilots, because they haven't been able to take down any air targets, and it also says that they might be getting shut down. Meanwhile, Colonel A.J. Bullard faces a white military bureaucracy still resistant to accepting black flyers as equals. Bullard is stating that they have been given outdated planes, and are given patrols where the enemy hasn't been seen for months, so he is asking for them to be given a mission in which they can actually do something. We then see Lightning going to a house where he meets an Italian girl named Sophia, and starts a relationship. Then we see Bullard and Colonel Jack Tomlinson. As they are talking, Jack tells Bullard that he managed to get a mission for his man, to support the Allied landings at Anzio, Italy, known as Operation Shingle. Because this could be a risk to Jack's career, Bullard thinks is a joke, but Jack tells him he is serious. Then the mission is told to the others, they all start to cheer up, and then get ready to prepare. The next morning they line up and start the flying. When they reach Anzio, they see the Allies' troops landing. After this, they start to fight against German fighter pilots with Bf 109, led by a German ace pilot which the group gives the nickname Pretty Boy. They manage to destroy the German fighters, and then damage Pretty Boy's plane. Before finishing him off, Lightning suggests they should let him fly to his airbase and follow him there, to destroy it. Easy doesn't want to do this at first, but Lightning manages to convince him, so they line up and start to follow him. When they reach the airbase, the Germans start to fire with anti-aircraft guns. But the group still manages to destroy the airbase and most of the planes on it. As they start to leave, one of the anti-aircraft guns manages to land a hit on Ray. Thankfully, it only injures him on the leg and on the eye. They go back to their airbase and start to celebrate, and then send Ray to get medical help. Impressed with the Tuskegee Airmen's performance, the Bomber Command asked Bullard to use his fighters as escorts for Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress bombers because of unacceptably high casualties among bomber crews. Bullard accepts, on the condition his unit be supplied with the new planes. We then see Lightning and Sophia on a date. After their date, Lightning goes to an officers' club, but the club was a whites-only club, so they kick him out. But before he leaves, one of them calls him the N-word. This angers Lightning, so he punches him. We then see Bullard coming to the base, and then he scolds Lightning for what he did at the club. Then everyone is called by Bullard. He tells them their mission, noting the reckless aggression of previous escort fights. Bullard orders his pilots to stay with the bombers at all costs, and also tells them they'll be getting new planes, P-51s. Everyone is happy and excited about the new planes. After they test fly them, the tails of the aircraft are painted bright red, and become the unofficial name of the outfit. Easy also tells Ray that he is going with them on the next mission, even though he has problems seeing with one eye. Ray gets happy and hugs him, then goes to tell the others. The next morning everyone gets ready, and they start their mission. When they reach the bombers, they are surprised that the fighters are black men, and doubt if they can protect them. The German fighters come to take down the bombers. They try to make decoys, to get the fighters after them, but the group doesn't fall for their trap. The Germans then start the attack, but they are unable to do any damage, so in the end, the bombers manage to succeed in their mission. After they turn to go back, they get attacked again, and Ray, unable to see clearly, gets hit. His plane catches fire, so he bails out, and then is captured by Germans. Deke is also hit and hurt. So Easy escorts him to base while the others escort the bombers to safety. We then see Easy and Deke. Deke passes out and his plane starts to dive. Easy starts shouting at him, trying to wake him up. Thankfully, he gets up and takes control of the plane. When they reach the airbase, they try to bail Deke out of the plane. But the canopy of the plane was stuck. So they had no other way except for him to try and land the plane. They start the landing, but because he was too fast he wasn't able to control his plane, and crashes. His plane catches fire, but before the full tank explodes he is saved by the others. Meanwhile, after the bombers are safe, the others start to go to base. On the way there, Lightning and Smokey break up from the group to go through a shortcut. As they are flying they spot a German destroyer. So Lightning goes after it to destroy it. He manages to do so, and then they go on their way to base, where they see the fire, and find out what happened to Deke. We then see Ray sent on a prison, where he meets other captured Americans. And they make a plan to escape. Then we see the group pass through the Whites Only Club. As they are walking, one of them calls out to them, asking if they are the Red Tails. He then salutes them, saying he was with the 98th Group bombers, the ones they protected. He and his group think they owe them a drink for protecting them, so they welcome them to the club. Inside they have a couple of drinks, talk and enjoy each other's company. Then we see Lightning with Sophia. He proposes to her, and at first she says no and asks for some time. But then later she agrees with the condition of him staying in Italy. Ray and his group of prisoners escape, but German guards spot them. So Ray draws the Germans' attention while the others escape. One of the prisoners reaches the 332nd base and, assuming Ray Gunn to be dead, informs them about his sacrifice. Then, the Tuskegee Airmen are tasked with escorting the first American bombers to attack Berlin, though for propaganda reasons they are only asked to escort the bombers on the first leg of their journey. The others are called, and are informed of the mission. On the mission, when the fighter squadron meant to relieve them never arrives, Easy stays with the bombers. Then they are attacked by Pretty Boy, now leading a flight of the revolutionary new 262 jet fighters. Maurice is taken down. So Smokey goes after the guy that attacked Maurice, successfully taking him down. Despite being outclassed, the Tuskegee Airmen shoot down several enemies. Pretty Boy nearly shoots down Easy, but at the last moment, Lightning attacks and kills Pretty Boy in a head-on attack. Although victorious, Lightning is mortally wounded and dies, and his P-51 crashes. They go back to base. There they inform the others about what happened. And then Easy informs Sophia about Lightning's death. At Lightning's funeral, Ray Gunn returns, having survived his escape from German captivity, invoking Lightning's memory. Ultimately, the Tuskegee Airmen are awarded the Presidential Unit Citation in honor of their achievements. And that is where the movie ends. Hope you all enjoyed this recap. Make sure to leave a like, comment on what you think about it, and don't forget to subscribe, so I can make more recaps of movies, TV shows, animes, etc. See you all on the next video.